Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes and she's gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. So, yeah, I decided to start today's episode with a little Beatles tribute. Hopefully my video doesn't get, removed for copyright reasons. It might, actually. But that will be impressive, because it's my voice, and it's off of a karaoke track, so, I don't know, I hope not, but if this video does get removed for copyright, it will be a testament to how good/bad my John Lennon impression was. But yeah, I did that song recently at a karaoke. I love that song. I love anything by the Beatles, pretty much. I did that song at a karaoke recently. I like doing my John Lennon voice. This really high, shrill, nasal voice. And I thought it would work well with the footage that I have of just, me, going around in the boat cruise in the river. So, yeah, if you didn't know already, my name is Lemon15, and we're back with another episode of Majora's Mask. I really have to use the bathroom. That's not gonna be good. Maybe it'll make me a little bit more stressed, and my commentary will be more interesting as a result. Today is April the 26th, I believe, and it's either the 26th or the 25th. It's actually the 25th. Gosh. I have this really bad habit where I want time to go by much more quickly, but that's partly the fault of me being in school. But yeah, school is over in 3 weeks or less, which feels so good, you have no idea. And it's like my first year of college, and it feels like my life is complete now. I left the game frozen on this screen for a while. Oh, yeah. Guess this is where I took my bathroom break or something. I don't know. And, yeah, cut back to, yeah. I edited that actually really perfectly. Didn't look like it. I edited it, but I edited about a minute of just me leaving the game on that screen. Anyway, that's not particularly interesting. We're playing some more Majora's Mask. This is that Zelda game that either you love it or you hate it, or it's been ruined in your mind from the creepypasta, also known as Ben Drowned. If you have not experienced this game because of that creepypasta, then I'm sorry, because this is a beautiful game. This is just a very well-told story, like people kind of say about Undertale, oh, it's just, you admire it for how beautifully crafted of a story it is. Just, all the characters just come alive because of, I don't know. I feel like the characters come more alive in this game than in any other Zelda game. It's not The Legend of Zelda, it's The Legend of Zelda. It's Zeebo. Zeebo the hepatitis cell. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I think I just said a bunch of things that were potentially offensive, but they weren't meant to be offensive. They were just random. I have to check myself before I say something that's potentially offensive. And we're riding Jack and the Beanstalk, and we're gonna do some aerial sniping, shall we say, over the Royal Deku Palace. So yeah, this remembers This reminds me of the time when my 5th grade class, we took a field trip to Washington, D.C. That was a really fun field trip. And we went to, like, the National Spy Museum. And they have that part where if, like, you're a pretty young kid, which I was as a 5th grader, I was in 5th grade, I was pretty young. And you could crawl into, this little vent and, like, look over the top of the room, but, like, spy on people, because nobody knew you were up there. And you could, like, crawl into this little vent and, like, yeah, it feels like I'm doing that. I'm, like, sneaking past security by flying over it. Now, these guys are particularly annoying. I wanted to just, like, drop a bomb on them from above, which killed him, but then, like, once you fall down, you have to go all the way back, which is really annoying, and one thing that I don't particularly like about this segment. Although I really do enjoy this segment of the game. So, cutting back, and it's the same guy. I was getting annoyed with him. Oh, well, this is... Yeah, I am annoyed with him. Yeah, that's not really working for me, and, he shot me down. So, this is a more practical approach. It uses up magic, but I think you have a little bit more magic than you... It's more useful if you have, like, magic than... like, it's easier to run out of Deku nuts, I guess. So, I still think those, the Deku magic bubbles look like snot bubbles. Because, like, Deku Link just has, like, a hole for a face. Like, is that his nose or is that his mouth? Or is it both? Or does he not have a nose? So then how does he smell? Like always, terrible. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. It reminds me, I never really watched any of, like, the popular cartoon shows as a kid because I didn't really get cable. But I remember somehow seeing this one, no! My computer went to sleep on me. I somehow remember seeing this one episode of Jimmy Neutron where there was, like, a talent show, and the one kid's talent was, like, he blew huge snot bubbles. And then I remember, like, making a huge joke about it, like, at school the next day. Like, because snot bubbles are hilarious. Come on. Like, I don't care how much of a stoic intellectual person you are. Snot bubbles are hilarious. Like, if you're a kid and you're crying and you're trying to make somebody feel better, it's like, you're blowing snot bubbles. It's hilarious. I don't know. I feel like I was... I don't remember 5th grade at all, so I'm worried if, oh yeah, I like how you can see it's a snot bubble. Yeah, I was just remembering that and hoping that I wasn't insensitive to, like, somebody's feelings, but I don't know. I think I'm just pretty sure that I made whoever it was happy by making said joke. I don't know what I'm talking about. That kind of looks like a volcano off in the distance. Not that, but the other guy. Let's see if you can see it. Right. Oh, I turned the camera away from it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like a volcano and it has, like, a huge cloud over it. It looks almost like, not Mount Doom. Death Mountain. Mount Doom is from Lord of the Rings, and Death Mountain is from a bunch of Zelda games. I know it was in Ocarina of Time. I want to say it was in, like, Link to the Past, too. It was in the original Zelda. But it's funny if you think about how similar those two names are. Death Mountain, Mount Doom. Anyway, Snowhead. Yeah, there's a Snowhead in this game and there's a Snow Peak in Twilight Princess. But Snowhead is the only mountain in this game. But I don't think that's Snowhead that we're looking at. I don't know, I don't remember. but it's kind of funky. You wouldn't expect to see like a big ol'... It looks more like a volcano than a mountain. There are no volcanoes in this game that I'm aware of. Maybe it's like the Ocarina of Time universe bleeding over a little bit more than they had planned. Or maybe they just left it as a background detail so that you would be like, oh yeah, I played Oot. I was one of those cool kids in the hood who played, you know, Oot. Oot, bro. If anybody doesn't understand that joke, it's because the acronym for Ocarina of Time is OOT. It's like Big O, Little O, and then Big T. It looks really funny whenever I write it out, because I used to keep all those journals of like the games that I would LP when I was a big and famous LPer like I am now. JK, I'm not big and famous, although I'm doing much better than I would have ever dreamed as a kid, probably. But yeah, Oot, bro. Yeah, I was like, TLoZ, like big T, big L, little O, big Z, and then colon, big O, little O, big T. TLoZ Oot. So I was one of those hip kids in the school that played Oot, yo. Hang out with the boys on the weekend and play Oot. Anyway, this monkey has a story.
If you're not careful, the princess will fall victim to a monster. Why won't they believe what I say? Fine, I get it. Then I shall say nothing more to you.
I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. Maybe if I play some, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass on my five-pronged trumpet.
By the way, who are you?
Oh.
Wow, that's not important now. Just listen to me.
Claps with his feet. I wish I could do that.
But the temple had become a monster's lair. Since the Deku King thinks I kidnapped the princess, he won't listen to a word I say. Now the princess is in trouble, so I must somehow hurry to the temple and save her.
Do you understand my plight? I love how calm he looks. It's like, blah 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 blah. Did you get all that? It's so obviously like breaking the fourth wall because it's like a video game and he's like, you want me to repeat the story just to make sure the player, the poor innocent player, the poor naive player of the holder of the N64 console understands the words that just came out of my mouth? No. Bum note. Yeah. Okay. Quaint little song. I think they all see us. They're staring at us. I feel spied upon. Speaking of spy museums. The monkey's like,
yes, good job. That's the song. Now make sure we don't get in trouble, because I'm already a political prisoner.
You learn the sonate, the Sonata of Awakening. But it's not in sonata form. Never mind.
This melody, which only the Deku family royally knows, it proves the foolish monkey. Everyone, let the monkey's punishment commence.
Oh no.
You'd better take the shortcut to Deku Temple.
Okay, see you next time.